guys before I kind of wrap it up a bit and hide it. It looks so tufty, that stuff. So tufty, it's brilliant. Such good stuff, that. It's really coming together, look. Brilliant. What bits have we got done? The rear end's on, everything's kind of back together there. We've done some bits and pieces with the wiring, and the cooling system is all back together. Rear brake lever is on, we did that down there. Horn may or may not work, we cleaned that up. Rear brake lever, horn. I don't know what else we did actually. Oh yes, clutch lever is on and good and ready, and I think the handlebars look amazing. And that's kind of it really. Okay, so where are we? I just popped to Maitland Racing. Maitland Racing are my mechanics and MOT guys. Best guys in the business, they are. Maitland Racing, if anyone's interested. They're in London, Camden, Gospel Oak. Absolute best guys in the business. They were racers, they were two-stroke builders and racers. And it's a father-son team. Alright, Chin. Huh? Nice day, mate. Warm.
Yeah, I'm market. Get it done early, innit?
So yeah, pop in and see them, guys. If ever in or around London, or if you're a Londoner anyway, I suggest you use them. They are absolutely the best. I popped down to them and I grabbed some brake pads. Brilliant, off the shelf, so you don't have to wait. I did expect my caliper to be sitting here, and it's not, so I'll pull that out. And I'll get the front brake done and dusted actually. So we'll have kind of the clutch all up and running. We'll have the front brake done and dusted. And then I want to fill up the coolant with a vinegar and water 50-50 mix. I went back to Nat's video this morning to see that, and that's what he's done, 50-50 mix. It makes sense. And then I guess top it up with oil. And I do need to find this cap. I know I've said it a few times, but I just need to kind of get in there and find that cap, or order a new one so that it's all sealed. But basically by the end of today, it could have its oil in it, it could have its coolant flushed once or twice, I could have the carbs balanced, it could have these bits and pieces done, and then the aim there would be to get the new battery done and get it through its MOT at some point within the next couple of weeks. So we're looking close. Let me grab the caliper out and I'll throw on the brake pads. We'll get the front brake back on, and I think and then I think I'll get all the fingers and stuff in the coolant system, because that's going to help the system out, guys. You top it right up and you keep going, and then the actual vinegar / water will take out all the rust and stuff. So we'll flush it a couple of times like that. Okay guys, so brand new pads are in there, everything's back together and nipped up. I put some penetrating fluid on the nipple, and the nipple is loose now. This next bit's simple, I've shown you it a million times, but we'll see it again. Fill this up with brand new fluid, this whole system's new, so it's all good. We'll break the nipple. What we do is we pump this 5 times and hold it down, break the nipple, count to 3, keep this held down, put the nipple back up, then let this go, 1, 2, then you do it again, 4, 5, hold it down, break the nipple, 1, 2, 3, close it back up, then let go of this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, blah blah blah, and that will push the system, the fluid down, through and out. Then if you want to get any kind of mini bubbles out, just tapping this every now and again, or strapping it down overnight, will get it fully bled and ready to go. That is, though guys, of course, if this is a working system. The last one I bought for this thing came broke, didn't it? So as long as it's a genuine system, then it will work fine. But I mean, this one is a more expensive one than that one, so there should be no issues at all. That one was a cheap Chinese one. This one probably still is Chinese, but it's not as cheap. So brand new fresh fluid in, guys. Now this is a top tip, and I've told you this many times. If for any reason that nipple snaps, or you can't undo it, for any reason you can't bleed down there, you can bleed from up here on the front brake. All you do is you tap really gently on the lever like this and watch here. Any bubbles that comes up means that fluid is going down. Now guys, I'm telling you, you're going to be here for 45 minutes, but I promise you, at some point, this stiffens up and it becomes a working system. That is obviously the slow way of doing it. What we want to do is loosen the nipple and do it. But if for any reason you can't, then do this. Sit here for an hour, do it. You see them mini bubbles? Mini bubbles are good, we want them out as well. And also play with this, so press it in a lot, and kind of, you want to really work the system, then gently. But I can see the fluid's going down quite quickly. In fact, I could do this one. I could do this one quite quickly from this end. Play with it, play with it. Watch the bubbles, there you go. Now what we don't want to do is we don't want the fluid to go down so low. So 1 minute, I'm going to top it up. So this of course is not the proper bleeding procedure of a bike, but this is a version of a bleeding procedure of a bike. Let's keep going. I'm curious how long it will take. This is live, guys. I only paused it there for a second to put the fluid in. Play with it. Get some big things, because you want some big gulps going down there. Then gentle. Oh, you can see now it's spitting back, guys. See, you got the odd spit back now. That means that it shoots up instead of bubbles. That means we're getting to a point now. See there, that jumped up, although followed by some bubbles. Now guys, at this stage, still play with it, okay, but you've got to be gentler, because them spits can go really high. But we do need to get all of the bubbles out. So still play with it. Yeah, see now it's jumping, see that? So bubbles, but then it jumps. If I press this hard now, it would squirt up quite high. But we don't want to squirt this fluid over the bike with all the fresh paint. Look at that, keep working away, keep working away. Now it's kicking up, so play with it a little bit more, because it might not. There you go. You need to get every minute bubble out. I'm surprised, guys, I've done that in a few minutes actually. Get your cloth, any spillover that just happened like that, wipe. Then at this stage I can feel some gentle pressure. Now at this stage for me, I would be topping it up, putting the cap back on, and continuing that process like that, so it doesn't spit anywhere. In fact, that is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to top it up, put the cap back on, and continue that process. Front brake's done and rock solid, guys. That's brilliant news. Look, how they test the brake on MOT is it can't hit the lever. You put pressure on it, you don't want it to hit the lever. So that's great, that's spot on, all good there. I didn't tell you guys, but the new speedo arrived. Look, there it is. I don't know if I showed you, but I went for the same finish I went for last time, because I feel like there's enough going on this bike for it to be able to manage one more dynamic. Yep, I think that works. Copper, yes, for me that works, guys. Digital speedo, but uses the original thing. It converts that to digital. I've used it before, like I said, on my zl600, and it just worked brilliantly, guys. The good thing about this bike, one moment, is that all of the external cluster is here, so we still have our signals there. We only really need the speedo to do the basic speedo job, and that's what that's going to do. So I'm going to connect that up at some point, and yeah, basically get it mounted here, and it'll be good to go. And then we put a bolt on this side as well, so the light's all fully secure. But yeah, brilliant. So we're going to have a working clock there. I'll have to go through the procedure of converting it to miles per hour. I had to watch my own video to do that last time, and it still wasn't that clear. I will be able to watch my video and follow the procedure though, but it's a bit of a pain. So gently we're getting there. I've got the side set up for the radiator there. They go on this side and this side, they just make it look more complete. And then of course we need the front mudguard to go on to make it a bit more complete. And every little bit we do to the bike helps it out, makes it more normal. So what's next for me? Should I get that mounted? What time is it? I've got a meeting this afternoon. Let me just check. Oh. Right, 20 past 11, so half 12, half 1, I've got 2 hours. Let's get them mounted, I think, on the radiator. I'll get the radiator topped up with its coolant. I need to go and get some vinegar and water, or iron water, whatever it is. And let's start doing some of them bits. And I need to find that bloody plug. So small but significant details. Side casing on. It just ties it all in. At some point you'll have a mudguard. Side casing, engine looking great, rear panels over there, and it will just flow into what it should be. But I don't want to polish the turd too much until I've done more of the engine stuff. So let me make sure all the coolant pipes are connected and buttoned up, and I'll go and get the vinegar and water. See, I don't want to put it in too early because I'm a bit worried about it staying in too long. So I kind of need the engine to be able to start, I guess. So let me consider what's next. It probably is time that I dig deep and find that bung so that I can fill it up with oil. So I'm out of time today, but being as organised as I am, I of course found the cap that I'd secured in an appropriate place in the garage. Jake obviously lost it. Idiot. Tomorrow, oil, brand new, fresh, top quality oil. Coolant, flush, power. Maybe start it up, maybe hear it, maybe balance the carbs. Get the speedo plumbed in and dialed up, and some more of the paintwork on. We're very, very close to being finished now, guys. As long as it rides and is kind of good to go from that end, everything else is good. The front brake is rock solid still. That's great news. I'll strap that down a little bit to get some more air out if there is any. What I'm going to do now, in fact, before I leave, I'm going to squirt all electrics with contact cleaner. I've got some, I picked some up, because it will need it, because at some point, you know, they're quite corroded. This one, for example, look here. I mean, it looks fine overall, but it's just not as good as it should be. So it just doesn't hurt to do it now. So I'm going to spray all that with contact cleaner, and there's a couple of big ones up here. These ones can all be sprayed out as well. Basically anything that was done already. I did that one. The carbs need the extra clips on both sides. Of course, we need the pods to go on properly. I was going to look at taking this clip off and painting it. I don't know. I'm going to see if that pops off and can be painted. The exhaust, I'm going to go over again a couple of times with the Maguires and the drill, or the mothers even, and the drill. So we're getting there. We're getting there. Electrics point of view, the indicators work. The back light appeared to work. The brake lights seem to both work, although this one won't be connected at the moment, is it? Nope. So it's close now. It's close. I think we're going to see it done and dusted pretty much tomorrow. To an extent, a lot of it's going to be done tomorrow. We might even have it up and running, and we may even have a little test run if we're extremely lucky. But for now, I've got to go. I've got a meeting, and I was out on this bad boy earlier. Love it. Thanks for watching, guys. I tried to put out a video a day. I know I missed yesterday, but this week, just because I'm around this week, I wasn't at my other job. So I've enjoyed it. Make sure you press the like button. Again, I get 400 watchers within 24 hours and like 30 likes. Anyone who watches it, just press that like button. You might as well. It helps me out, and it doesn't cost you any time at all, really.